This is David Diengender from Madman.TV. I'm here with Johnny Nelson just after the press conference for the unstoppable fight card between Jonas and Price on Friday night. Got to get your thoughts on the press conference, Johnny.
Oh, it was a good press conference. You looked at the belts that were on the table up there. You looked at the talent. You looked at the first time they did a show like this, it was an all-girls card. And then you look at the depth of it and the good fights that are there for Friday night. And I think it's in an iconic venue. Every fight tells its own story. And I think, you know what, I'm quite looking forward to Friday night. You're all out at home.
Absolutely, and obviously we've seen a bit of feisty words towards the end of the press conference between Joe Gallagher and Lauren Price as well. Do you think a fight night and a fight week sort of needs something like this? Obviously, press conferences sometimes can be criticised for being a bit boring, or fighters not giving it a bit of talk.
You talk about boring. I think the best speaker on the stage was Caroline Dubois. Caroline Dubois was the only fighter that she caught everybody's attention. They listened to what she was saying. They completely believed in what she was saying. Because she believed in what she was saying. And you look at Caroline Dubois and think, this girl is not even at the finish line yet. But she's probably the only one up there that truly and really believes she's the best in the world. And that's including Natasha, that's including Lauren. I think Caroline believes she's the best in the world. Now, it doesn't matter if she is or not, she talks like she believes it. And I believed everything she said and everything about her. Rated.
Absolutely. And where do you see a confidence like that? Do you think it sort of comes from within, or does it sort of take a team to sort of help a fighter of that magnitude sort of build that confidence as well?
I think confidence is within. You know, if you don't cut corners and do the job, you should expect to get success. She sees what her brother's done. She sees, how she's being brought up. I don't know, but really that confidence is, once you've ticked every box, you should expect success. So I'm proud of it.
Absolutely. And before we talk a bit more about the main event, I want to talk a bit more about the fight card as well. We've got some other exciting fighters on the card as well. The debut of Cindy Gamba due to take place on Friday. You got Francesca Hennessy finally getting on this fight card as well. Is there any fighters or any fights in particular that you're sort of looking forward to and thinking, that's going to be a very good fight, this one?
So Gamba, it's a professional debut. And for the opponent she's got, I just think that's a tall order. But I've seen Gamba in the Institute of Sport in Sheffield, and when she talks, when she smiles, when she's having a conversation, every fighter around her, you can tell they respected her, they rated her, and just keep an eye on her because she's in the future going to be an outstanding fighter.
Absolutely, and you've got the co-main event as well, and then you've got Raven Chapman versus Karis Attingsall as well.
Another good fight, Chapman against Arden Stoll, a really good fight, and I think that one, it'll be a bit of a bloodbath. I think Arden Stoll gets the job done. She'll put it on her. Then of course Francesca Hennessy. Her and Caroline are the two fighters that are showing the world, I enjoy my position. I enjoy being well known. I enjoy being a champion. I enjoy being up here. You get some fighters don't want to talk to the press or not want to do something. These two girls, to me, I like what they're representing. I like the examples they're setting for other sportsmen and women coming through.
Absolutely. And for a person like Francesca Hennessy as well, obviously she's sort of early stages of her career as well, and we can sort of add like Karis in this sort of bracket as well. Two fighters starting their way out boxing, they probably got ambitions to go and do bigger, better things. One even sort of mentioned, Karis Attingsall mentioned that she wants to be world champion and the best in her class as well. Do you think being on this fight card is gonna, and if they get the wins on Friday night, do you think this sort of cement their legacy on being on the way to being in the best of their divisions?
Without a doubt, I think tickets went in a heartbeat. I think to be on such a venue with such a profile, if you're into boxing, you're going to know who boxes on the bill. I think every fight, as I said, has its own story. Every fight is interesting, intriguing, and every fighter will want to steal the show. And every fight has the opportunity to steal the show. Ooh. So again, it's a great platform.
Absolutely, and the main event itself, it's like a 50-50 fight really, like some people will say it's Lauren Price's first true test at that level. Natasha Jonas, a very experienced fighter. When you look at a fight of this magnitude, really, like, forget, like who you think might win and everything. What do you think these two fighters can bring? And do you think this could potentially be a potential fight of the year? contender?
Without a doubt, both of them have got grit, determination, and self-belief. Both of them are not willing to lose for different reasons. Lauren, because she's a sportswoman and she likes winning in every sport she gets involved in. She expects to win. She's not even lost a round as a professional fighter thus far. For Natasha's done all and more, and so therefore she's thinking, I'm not letting this young buck come and get the better of me, because I think behind the scenes, I think she's probably hoping to get a fight and down the line with someone like Katie Taylor to walk out on. So I think this fight will stand up to the test of time and be one of those fights that is wickedly outstanding.
And do you sort of share sort of Joe Gallagher's sort of sentiments on stage as well? You sort of mentioned, you know, the experience of Natasha Jonas and how that could be very pivotal in the fight. Do you think that could potentially be the case, or do you think it's just a case of just two hungry fighters just looking to go for it?
If Natasha Jonas does not control the pace, she loses. If she does control the pace, she wins. Because the experience she has, Lauren hasn't got. The ability she has as a boxer, Lauren hasn't got. But as long as she can control the pace, because she's 40 years old now.
Absolutely. And sort of lastly as well, you know, like for me, in terms of like the run of shows that we've had so far and the kind of fights that we've had so far this year and the fight cards as well in this year so far, do you think this fight card overall, this is like another all-female card as well, do you think having the cards like this, of all-female card, do you think it sort of demonstrates, you know, Sky's commitment, or would you say it sort of demonstrates the quality in sort of like women in boxing?
This card demonstrates the quality in women's boxing. It shows how it's grown. Last time we did a card, you've either got really good female fighters and the rest are really bad. Now look at the whole card. The whole card's a good card, and the women are putting on the best fights. You know, what are contenders to fight, do you?
Absolutely. And any sort of bold, well, we're not going to ask you, we were just about to say bold predictions, but if there's sort of one thing that you sort of look forward to this card, apart from the fights and everything else like that, what would it be?
Obviously, I'm looking forward to Caroline Dubois' fight. I'm looking forward to the excitement and the energy that Francesca Hennessy brings. So again, I think the whole card's great.
Absolutely. And on that note, we really appreciate your time, Johnny. Thank you very much.
Thank you.